In this video, we are going to talk about arithmetic operators in Python. Arithmetic operators in Python are used to perform different mathematical operations such as addition using this plus or addition operator. Let's say you have been given a task to add 2 and 3. To add 2 and 3, you write a print statement, and inside this opening and closing parenthesis, you'll supply an argument as an expression. The mathematical expression that we'll put inside this opening and closing parenthesis will be a 2 plus 3. 2 is called the first operand, then this symbol is called the addition operator, and the 3 is called the second operand. Now, if you hit Ctrl Enter on your keyboard, you will see the answer 5 as an output just below the cell. Another task, let's say now you want to add 995 and 567. The same, you will just repeat what you have done above here by writing the print statement, and then inside the opening and closing parenthesis, you will supply the expression 995, then using this addition operator, you will put 567, and then when you hit Ctrl Enter on your keyboard, you will see the answer 1562 just below the cell. Let's go to subtraction. As subtraction in Python, we use this subtraction operator, this symbol, the hyphen symbol. Let's say you have been given a task to subtract 2 from 3 using Python. The same, you write a print statement, and then inside the print statement, you write the first operand, which will be 3, and then you will put the subtraction operator, this symbol that looks like an hyphen, and then you will put the second operand. Once you hit Ctrl Enter on your keyboard, you'll be able to see the answer as 1. And actually, 3 minus 2 is 1. Let's say you have been given another task to subtract 567 from 995. You write a print statement, and then inside the print statement, you write 995, and then you'll put the subtraction operator, and then you put the second operand, which will be 567. Once you hit Ctrl Enter on your keyboard, you'll be able to see the answer as 428. Now, let us use this multiplication operator, which is an asterisk. Let's say you have been given a task to multiply 2 and 3. This is a place where we will use the multiplication operator, which is this asterisk symbol. Now you write a print statement, and then inside the print statement, you will supply the first operand, which is 2, and then you will put the multiplication operator, which is this asterisk, and then you'll put the second operand, which is 3. Once you hit Ctrl Enter on your keyboard, you'll be able to see the answer just below the cell of the Jupyter notebook. Let's say you have been given another task to multiply 995 by 2. What you will do, you will write the print statement, and then inside the print statement, you write 995, then you put the asterisk, which is the multiplication symbol, and then you put 2. Once you hit Ctrl Enter on your keyboard, you'll be able to see the answer as 1990. Now, let's say you've been given another task to divide 3 by 2 using Python. This is a place where we will apply the division operator, which is this slash symbol. To do this task using Python, as usual, we write the print statement, and inside the print statement we'll supply our argument, which will be an expression. Now we'll write the first operand, which is 3, and then we'll put this division operator, which is this slash symbol, and then we'll put the second operand, which is 2. Once we hit Control Enter on your keyboard, we'll be able to see our answer as a 1.5, which is actually correct. Let's say you have been given another task to divide 995 by 2. We write the print statement, and inside the print statement we'll supply our argument, which is actually an expression, which is 995 divided by 2. So once we hit Control Enter on our keyboard, we'll be able to see the answer as 997.5. Now let's say you have been given another task to perform integer division, or called floor division, of 3 by 2. A floor or integer division, we actually return only the whole number. For example, integer division is performed using these two slash symbol. So when we write print, and then we put inside the opening and closing parenthesis, we put the first operand, which is 3, and then we put 2 slash symbol, and then we put 2. What you'll notice when you hit Control Enter on your keyboard, the answer will be 1. This is because it discards the remainder, but actually only returns the whole number, or it floats the output, which means that it rounds down to the integer, which is just below it. Now let's say you have been given a task to perform integer division of 995 by 2 using Python. Inside this cell of Jupyter Notebook, we'll write print, and we write 995, and then we perform this /2 slash symbol, and then we put the second operand, which is 2. Once we hit Control Enter, we'll see that it will return only the integer part, but it will discard the remainder. So this means that it has rounded down. That's why it is called floor division. Now let us see the operator that is used to perform what is called a modulus operation, or getting the remainder after performing integer division. So when you want to get a remainder after performing an integer division, you will use this percent, or also called the modulus operator. Now let's say you have been given this task. What is the remainder after 3 is divided by 2? Now you write the print statement, and then inside the opening and closing parenthesis, you'll supply a mathematical expression as an argument to this print function, which will be 3, and then you put this modulus operator, and then you put the second argument. Once you hit Control Enter on your keyboard, you will be able to see 1. So the remainder after 3 is divided by 2 is actually 1. Now let's say you have been given another task. What is the remainder or modulus after 995 is divided by 2? Quickly you'll type print, and then you put 3 you put the first argument 995 and then you put the modulus 2. Once you hit Control Enter, you'll be able to see the modulus for determining the modulus for when 995 is divided by 2 is actually 1. So these are very important. This modulus is very important because if a number is even, its modulus is always 0, and when a number is odd, its modulus is always 1. So let me give an example of an application. For example, to check whether a number is a modulus. So for example, you can say, write a comment, check if 8 is even or odd. So this is an application of this modulus operator. So you can say you can say input x equals to, say you can put a number there. So input, then you can say enter a number. So then you can write an if statement. If x, let's say we want to say that if x, if the modulus, if x divided by modulus 2 so equals to 0, we can say that print the number, print the number is even. So then you can say else, print the number is odd. This is an application of this modulus operator in Python. For example, when we hit Control Enter and we enter say 8, we know 8 is even. So when you hit enter, it has brought an error. The reason why it has brought an error is because when we enter this input statement, it automatically becomes a string. So we cannot perform mathematical operation on this string. So we need to convert this input into an integer or a float so that it can be used in this mathematical operation, which is x modulus 2. To convert this one, we will convert it into float, which means decimal number. So this operation is what is called typecasting. So we write float. Now when we hit Control Enter and we enter 8, when you hit enter, you'll see that 8 is actually a number. So we can maybe put a space there also so that we can avoid this error. So once we hit Control Enter, once we hit Control Enter again and we put 8, we can be able to see that the number is even. Now let me hit Control Enter again to run this cell so that I can try to put 9. So when I put 9 and I click enter on my keyboard, I'll be able to see the number is odd. So this one is one of the application of this modulus operator that is used to determine whether a number is even or odd. If the modulus of a number when it's divided by 2 is 0, the number is considered even, and when the number is odd, its modulus is always 1. Now let us go to these two asterisk operators. This 2 asterisk operator is also called exponentiation operator, is used to compute the value of a certain number raised to a certain power. Let's say you have been given this task to compute the cube of 3. Now to compute the cube of 3, we write a print statement, and inside this print statement we write 3, and then we'll supply the cube of 3. Now the cube of 3, once we hit Control Enter on our keyboard, we'll be able to see that the cube of 3 is actually 3 times 3 times 3, which is 27. You'll be able to see the answer or the result just below the cell of Jupyter Notebook. Let's say you have been given another task to compute the square of 2. Now to compute the square of 2, we write the print statement, and then we write 2, and then this operator we write 2. So this is called the exponentiation operator, or raised to a certain power. So 2 raised to a certain power is actually we are expecting our answer to be 4. So once we hit Control Enter on our keyboard, we'll be able to see the answer as 4. Thank you very much for watching this video. Kindly remember to like this video and also to subscribe to this channel.